Today, we're at last hearing from Oscar and Grammy champ Jamie Foxx after his strange well-being alarm, saying he has been to imagine a scenario in which I let you know that the Jamie Foxx we've been watching probably won't be the genuine article. Consider the possibility that I let you know that there's a cloning contention stewing in Hollywood in ice shape. May very well have the delicious subtleties. Stay tuned on the grounds that this could end up being perhaps of the most stunning story you've heard in big-name tattle land. And attempting to sort out whether or not I was going to hey everybody, I'm Leah. And today we discuss the dangerous clash that is separating fans and the media. The same surely Hollywood has snapshots of splendor leave us entranced anyway. It's generally expected the hazier, more dubious perspectives that become the overwhelming focus ruling the titles, and the tattle plants and like manner individuals have considered the unbelievable rapper and entertainer Ice 3D Square, who's determined to uncover these obscure functions. His new response to his companion Jamie Foxx's ebb and flow circumstance has just energized this interest further. This account has held on to the consideration of fans and pundits, the same prompting far and wide hypothesis about the genuine happenings behind the excitement and style. Has there been any genuine news on what this ailment is? I mean, Jimmy Foxx is a youthful, energetic sound person. The maester of himself, has been causing disturbances with his position on Jamie Foxx's flow condition. This has set off a chain of occasions that have left fans and pundits the same, hungry for more data. What's truly occurring behind those shut studio entryways with ice block? Looking into the issue, it's unmistakable we're in for an educational uncover. Hollywood, prepare for your nearby, as murmurs regarding Jamie Foxx's condition reverberated through Hollywood's blabbermouthy rear entryways. A peculiar wind arose, fans snapping pics of Jamie looking fit and breathtaking in Chicago. Scarcely a day after reports of his feebleness, this extreme trick has set tongues swaying. It's not Jamie the clone has a lot lighter complexion, longer face, different hairline and ears. Fans pondered web-based, many are scratching their heads saying Jamie Foxx is a clone. If it's not too much trouble, take a gander at his eyes, cheeks, temple hair. And so on. Ice Solid Shape is directly amidst this hurricane of tales. Ice Solid Shape, known for expressing his real thoughts, made a stunning disclosure on YouTube. You became able to battle for your privileges and battle for what's giving a sign of approval for Jane's circumstance. He dug into the shadows of the diversion domain, uncovering a baffling gathering named the Club of Guards Flock, dropped a few weighty lines recommending these watchmen are occupied with supplanting Hollywood revolutionaries with consistent clones, what you trust in, and in the event that you're an individual who has faith in the right to speak freely of discourse, you need to battle and get out whatever you feel and let chips forward. Now Ice Solid Shape appears to be persuaded, stressing the pushback he's by and by felt for not adapting to this stealthy circle's impulses. Ice blocks uncover normally set the spotlight back on James. Fans immediately drew an obvious conclusion when Foxx took to Instagram with a sincere post saying value all the adoration, feeling honored. Now eyebrows raised further when Jamie brazenly added, they didn't clone me, yet they cloned Tyrone. See you July 21st, just on Netflix. Has this Jamie's unobtrusive approach to exposing cloning bits of gossip, or a splendid fitting for his most recent task? Speculations are by the drove, yet one thing's reasonable, fans are at a furor, hungry for reality. By digging further into the deep, dark hole, murmurs of the Club of Guardians are currently resounding stronger in Hollywood. This confounding society, supposed to puppeteer its elite individuals, has conniving scholars staying at work past 40 hours. And when Jane indicates a cloning plan in Tinseltown, it just stokes the discharge as hypotheses develop. The perplexing quiet from Ice Flock on Jamie's new virtual entertainment posts Extends the secret. What does solid shape has any idea about that we don't? I went through something that I figured I could never at any point go through following his well-being alarm. Jamie Foxx, late ongoing individual video, striking image of his continuous recuperation. The focal point, this multi-layered entertainer and vocalist, admitted turning around a puzzling well-being challenge. Yet in evident Fox design, he favored general society to recollect his brilliant grin and vivacious persona. Yet I went through the ringer. My street to recuperation has a few potholes too. Yet I'm returning. I'm ready to work. I need to thank individuals that let me work, he said, radiating flexibility. This real uncover from Fox, in spite of his fragile appearance, filled in as a demonstration of numerous that this was the genuine James, and not some Hollywood-made clone. Hollywood's puzzler Jamie Foxx, notwithstanding his own difficulties, has made plainly he stays enthusiastic about his work, his obligation to staying quiet about his well-being battles, picking just to show serious areas of strength for an exuberant picture, says a lot about the length VIPs go to protect their weaknesses from the persevering media gaze. I didn't believe that you should see me with tubes running out. Digging further into Jamie's contacting video, one can't resist the urge to detect the significant effect of family repeating this feeling. James' words, frankly, with you, my sister Deirdre Dixon, and my little girl, Karen Marie, saved my life. I'll get heartstrings, reminding everybody that behind the fame is an individual with genuine fights and a steadfast family, emotionally supportive network. Certain individuals said I was visually impaired, yet as you can see, the eyes currently moving the focal point to ice block things take a fascinating turn. While Fox spilled his guts, Q kept a confusing quietness, neither recognizing James' rebound nor dispersing any waiting cloning bits of hearsay. This absence of reaction left the talk factories beating, with fans and devotees scratching their heads. Might it at some point be that Ice 3D Square actually harbors doubts? Or is he essentially creating his next story when you would rather not be a piece of a club? It annoys them to thicken the plot. Jamie Foxx's customary Instagram refreshes post-recuperation has started much more hypothesis. The web criminal investigators are going full speed ahead, examining each post, each clue, attempting to conclude on the off chance that this is the legitimate Jamie Foxx or some Hollywood stratagem associated with those always diligent cloning bits of gossip. Right after Jamie Foxx's noteworthy video, and the resulting quietness from Ice 3D Square fans have raged the web, especially YouTube, with a rush of sentiments, hypotheses. These remarks range from thoughtful to out-and-out distrustful, giving an exceptional look into how the general population is responding to the VIP adventure, beginning with the primary remark. One client noticed Jamie Foxx appears to be unique, yet could be a direct result of his new clinical experience. So I'm not persuaded they cloned him. Yet this assertion indicates the larger part who accept the observable change in Fox's appearance could be credited to his well-being fight. His new channel difficulties might have negatively affected him, truly causing this modified look, and not really the result of any cloning scheme. The second remark features the opposite side of the currency, communicating worry about James' choices. Sadly, James may not be a clone, but rather he is behaving like it. By joining the positions of the club, how terrible for 3D Square to lose his companion to this vile gathering here. Fans express their stress over James lining up with sketchy Hollywood circles, indicating the well-established tricks of mystery social orders and their grasp on media outlets. Iceblock's quietness has additionally been a subject of conversation. The following remark reveals insight into this, proposing, I trust Iceblock and numerous other people who have shouted out, keep on shouting out, stand up, and uncover everything till individuals get it in the heads. We needn't bother with all the underhanded in Hollywood. The earnestness and supplication in this remark mirror a portion of the crowd's expectation that reality behind the Hollywood facade will be uncovered with solid shape. driving the charge finally in the last remark. The center movements back to Jamie Foxx. And the proof of his validness. I figure he ought to have done a meeting with his girls. That way individuals can see them together looking genuine in light of the fact that us not seeing his girls with him makes his meeting look dubious. A great point. To be sure, fans are looking for credibility. And seeing Foxx with his girls, who've assumed an instrumental part in his recuperation, may very well give that confirmation their non-attendance in the public eye during this difficult time is bringing up issues and working up hypothesis. Basically, the fan base is parted torn between worry for Jamie Foxx's prosperity and doubt about the bigger powers at play in Hollywood as the adventure keeps on unfurling. The truth will surface at some point where reality lies, yet ice blocks quietness. In the midst of the craze around Jamie Foxx's Instagram action, is charming most definitely. Why has he stayed quiet? While the web is swirling with speculations, we should wander into the maze of Hollywood superstar elements and hypothesize on potential reasons. All that was coming out was discouraging. You realize one hypothesis places that ice shape may very well be draining the circumstance for everything it has. As far as exposure in the realm of diversion, there's no such thing as terrible press. By not remarking promptly, he's unintentionally making more consideration around himself, and Fox individuals are enthusiastically sitting tight for his take as time passes. Enhancing the expectation block quiet could be an essential move, guaranteeing he stays at the center of attention without truly expressing a lot. After all, occasionally quietness says a lot. Some of you might not have acknowledged that I'm not piece of it. Another convincing hypothesis is that ice block is gnawing his time, trusting that the ideal second will drop a sensation disclosure, might it at any point be that he has data or proof supporting the wild clone hypothesis. Envision the effect of delivering this data when the hypothesis has arrived at its pinnacle. By holding up, he guarantees that any proof he presents has the most extreme effect, further settling in his position. And